The Africa Twin Adventure Sports has undergone a revamp for 2024, receiving a series of updates designed to enhance its road touring capabilities. When the Africa Twin was relaunched back in 2016, it was the most off-road capable big adventure bike on the market, but it lagged behind rival offerings from the likes of BMW when it came to road handling. And when the first adventure sports version of the Africa Twin was introduced in 2018, it also sported a big 21 inches front wheel, long suspension travel, and acres of ground clearance that were great for hitting the trails, but which limited its road-going performance. By introducing a smaller and thicker 19 inches hoop on the 2024 Adventure Sports model, along with a reduction in suspension travel by 20 mm at the front and rear, Honda has improved the bike's road handling, making it feel lighter and sharper turning into corners and more rewarding to ride on road. This is the best handling, most touring-friendly Africa Twin ever. While the Africa Twin Adventure Sports has been refocused to make it more road touring friendly, the 2024 version of the standard bike retains its big 21 inches front wheel and longer travel suspension. This makes the standard model the go-to version if you want to ride off-road, while the Adventure Sports is now the clear choice for summer tours. A lower seat height of 835 mm makes it easier to reach the ground, a smaller front wheel, and a lower center of gravity all combined to make the 2024 Africa Twin Adventure Sports a more manageable bike to ride than ever. Slow speed maneuvers are easier to execute, which will come as good news to anyone who has experienced the effort required to paddle a big adventure bike around with a full set of luggage and pillion rider on board. As someone who has never been a fan of automatic transmission on motorcycles, the DCT on the Africa Twin really made me feel comfortable, and I enjoyed riding the automatic through the stop-and-go city traffic. Gear changes feel more natural and suited to my riding style, and not once did I find myself shuddering down the road at 60 km/h in 5th or 6th gear. The biggest improvement comes during slow speed maneuvers thanks to the bike's buttery smooth throttle response that has been tweaked to make it feel like you are feathering a clutch at walking pace, even though there isn't a clutch lever. The DCT system works brilliantly and there was no jerkiness whatsoever. Extremely capable electronic suspension, a relaxed riding position, light handling, a 24.8-liter fuel tank, and a new and improved seat with 15 mm more cushioning all combined to make this version of the Adventure Sports the best Africa Twin ever for long-distance touring. Add to that an effective adjustable screen, cruise control, and heated grips as standard, and you've got a bike ripe for continental road tours. Sure, Honda's parallel twin may still only make 100 horses, but it is exquisitely tuned and provides all the power you, your luggage, and a pillion would ever need for high-speed touring. Low and mid-range torque has been improved for 2024, with peak torque increasing by 7%, up to 112 Nm at 5,500 RPM, 750 lower down the rev range than last year. The result is an even more characterful and capable engine that pulls like a tractor at low speeds and becomes a raucous, barking joy as you open up the throttle. Despite boasting Showa's electronic suspension, cornering ABS, a 6-axis IMU, hill start control, wheelie control, rider modes, and more, the Africa Twin doesn't come with some of the technology we're finding on rival premium adventure bikes these days. Most notable is a lack of radar adaptive cruise control and blind spot indicators, and there's no adaptive ride height system to lower the bike when it comes to a stop. Quite a handy feature for shorter riders. The ability to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to connect your phone to the bike is a big plus. However, it would have been nicer if there was wireless CarPlay ability so I could leave my phone in my pocket or in my bag, protected from the elements. Yes, the Adventure Sports version of the Africa Twin is more road-focused than ever, but it remains no slouch off-road. The Adventure Sports electronic suspension is responsive and capable off-road, and the DCT option makes riding a big bike on the trails easier than ever. If there's one thing to complain, that would be the user interface and navigating of the bike's menu via the console, with the number of switches. The user interface can definitely be simplified, more intuitive, and navigation done easily using a much simple joystick perhaps. Sure, the changes for 2024 have reduced the bike's green laning prowess, so if you're a dedicated dirt rider in the market for an Africa Twin, you should go for the standard version. But if a more mature, grown-up version of the Africa Twin that's better than ever on the road and still a lot of fun on the trail is what you are looking for, then the 2024 Adventure Sports is the one you should go for. If you liked this video, then smash that like button, and if you'd like to catch more motorcycle news and content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.